Our last look at innovation and change is going to look at a couple of innovation models that might help you stimulate and drive some innovation in your organization. The first of those models is called Champion Challenger Innovation. It by far and away is the most simplistic approach to innovation, and it's kind of simply built after professional boxing. You know, in professional boxing, they have a champion, the individual that has won all of his or her matches, and that person is the champion. To remain the champion, they have to take on a challenger. And if the challenger wins, he or she becomes the new champion. And if the champion wins again, he or she retains that championship status. Champion Challenger Innovation is the exact same way. The method that you use now is the champion. That is the way we've done it. That's proven successful over the years. And new and different ways then become the challenger. If the new and different way proves to be more effective, that becomes the new champion. Of course, that process then is not done. We continuously, this is also a great model for continuous improvement, we continuously try new methods and new tuning with it until we, hit the absolute perfect sweet spot that is associated with that process or that procedure that we're working on. So again, that champion and challenger is a very, very safe approach, because if the challenger doesn't work out, we can go back to the old way we did it. We have that champion still existing. It works not only on large-scale processes, but also on small-scale processes as well. Again, that's a very, very simplistic approach and a very, very easy approach to jumpstart innovation, and it also has that nice angle of continuous quality improvement associated to it as well. The other model that I wanted to spend a little bit of time on today is participatory innovation. And I got to tell you, there's going to be some of you that are not going to like what I'm about to say. That is, brainstorming, at least the current way of doing it, brainstorming, plain and simply does not work. When you assemble a group of people, say 10 or 12 of them, in a room and say, hey, I'd like your ideas about this, this, and this, what you end up having is the same people that you always hear from, you'll hear from again. The same people that you never hear from, you won't hear from again. Or, worse yet, you'll suggest a couple of your ideas, and then you'll have a room full of 8 to 10 people that absolutely disagree with your way. And none of that is innovation. That's why traditional brainstorming falls flat and fails. What we need to use is a little bit more of a assertive participation model, where we pre-arm the people coming to these kind of sessions with what we're going to talk about. And in fact, going to the extent of saying, what I'd like to do is have 3 ideas on each of these subjects prior to ever talking about them in a group scenario. What that does is it kind of requires the people that are least likely to talk about it in a public setting, they'll share some stuff privately with you via email or even a one-on-one meeting, and you can get them attached to the process that way, where in a group situation they would be completely disconnected. So again, the group dynamic brainstorming, as a lot of people are familiar with, plain and simply doesn't work. We need to use a model that facilitates more input from other folks that ordinarily wouldn't speak up. And we also need to learn to kind of defer our own ideas until we get the input from others.